Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Monday Morning Show. TGIM, thank God it's Monday. I'm sure you'll notice things are looking just a little bit different this week, and I am feeling a little bit lonely here, and that is because my co-host, Ashley, was unable to be here to record with us this week, but she will be back in action next week. So it'll just be me this week, and we'll have lots of fun together sharing the news of Freedom Village, but I will be a little bit lonely, but she'll be back. So no worries there, but we will get started by talking about what is going on this week. So we've got lots of things, and I'm actually going to cover up until some of the bigger events for the next couple of weeks. So we will start with what's happening today. And this afternoon at 12:50, we have village artists are going over to the Holland Area Arts Council to do lessons with Sandy, which this week will be on pastels and drawing with pastels, chalk pastels. And the Urban Sketchers, led by Marcia Scrotenboer, will also be at the Arts Council today. So you'll have a chance to mingle with them and do some sketching as well before the bus heads back. So if you wanted to go to that, sign up on Touchtown or just let somebody in the activities office know before 12:50. And then this afternoon at 2 o'clock, we have our third movie for the Oscar nominees ready to play. And today that is going to be Elvis, which we did watch a couple of weeks ago, but that was before it was nominated. So we will watch it again if you wanted to watch it with fresh eyes for your Grammy nomination. So Elvis today at 2 o'clock in the auditorium, and there will be popcorn and refreshments and movie candy, so you won't want to miss that. And then tonight we are starting a new series. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that series. We are going to be showing it on Sunday and Monday nights in the month of March. So it started last night, I apologize. But it is a new series based on a book called 9 Perfect Strangers that takes place at a health and wellness resort promising healing. So they have a crazy time at this health and wellness resort, and this is the story that shows that. So that is also showing tonight, and that will be our Sunday and Monday night series for the month of March. And then tomorrow, we've got a busy day tomorrow. So tomorrow, Tuesday, March 7, we are starting the day at 10 a.m. We have a tour of the Holland Herrick District Library. We'll tour all 3 floors of the library, get to see everything that goes on there, everything that the library does. And at the end, you'll be given an opportunity to get a library card if you do not already have one. And also at 10 o'clock, so you've got some decisions to make in the auditorium, is a coffee tasting event. So we are going to be picking a new coffee provider for Freedom Village. So you will be given the opportunity to taste 4 different coffees, blind taste test, and then vote on them to see which coffee we will have here going forward. So that will be fun. So there are 2 choices, either a library tour or a coffee tasting event tomorrow at 10. And then in the afternoon, we will be heading to the Sperry Theater on 8th Street for a movie. And this movie is A Man Called Otto. And at this time, there are still a couple of more seats available. If you would like to go, tickets are $8, and then popcorn combo is just an additional $6. So make sure to sign up on Touchtown if you haven't already, and we'll be leaving here at 1 o'clock for a 1:30 movie. Then on Wednesday, we have our next Oscar nominee movie, which is going to be Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is about an interdimensional rupture that unravels reality and how the hero channels her newfound powers to fight bizarre and bewildering dangers. So that will be interesting. That one is going to be on Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the auditorium. Our continuation of the Oscars. And then Thursday, we have breakfast out. So 9 a.m., we will be heading out to Jackie's Place for breakfast. So if you haven't signed up yet, please do that before Thursday at 9. And there's another, this is a movie week. We've got a movie every day for you this week. So at 2:30, the Inn is showing Billy, the early years of Billy Graham, which we'll be showing on 9:54 on Friday night. But on Thursday at 2:30, they will be showing that in the auditorium. So you'll have an opportunity to go see Billy, the early years of Billy Graham at 2:30 in the auditorium, and there will be popcorn and root beer, because what's a movie without popcorn and root beer? So if you want to see that one in person, go up to the auditorium at 2:30 on Thursday. And at 3 o'clock, we have my favorite class, cardio drumming in the gym. And for the month of March, cardio drumming will be on Thursdays, which is a schedule change from its typical Monday. So be sure to pay attention to that for the month of March, and we'll see if that keeps going forward, depending on how it works out. But for March, Thursdays at 3 o'clock, come join us in the gym for cardio drumming. It is a blast. It's so much fun. So make sure to join if you want to get a little extra exercise. And then Thursday night at 7:15, our Thursday night program is going to be Martin van Klompenberg, who is a bassoonist and composer originally from Holland, Michigan, but he is now based in Lexington, Kentucky. Martin served as a member of the United States Army Band from 2013 up until 2022 and performed with the 101st Airborne Air Assault Band and the Air Force Band of the West. Marty is a proponent of new music and is actively commissioning new projects for bassoon, as well as working with a variety of composers. So he will join us. He's doing a solo recital along with an accompanist, and it is sure to be very interesting. So join us in the auditorium or on channel 954 on Thursday night at 7:15 p.m. And Friday, a movie that we've already seen. We actually went to the Sperry Theater for this one for our Oscar nominee on Friday, March 10th, and that is going to be The Fabelmans. So if you weren't able to see it then to go to the movies, or if you just want another opportunity to see it again, that will be 2 o'clock on Friday, The Fabelmans, and we'll have our typical refreshments. So that is all of the news I've got for this week, which is kind of a lot. So I'll give you a moment to take it all in. And then we're going to talk about next week and just a couple of the bigger events we have going on next week. So on Tuesday, March 14th, we are planning a day trip to Lansing, and we are planning to go to the state capitol, have a tour there, do a self-guided tour of the Michigan History Museum, and we will have lunch at Beggar's Banquet in East Lansing, which has a pretty stellar menu, so we are excited about that. And we will also stop for ice cream. So if you haven't signed up and you want to sign up, that's going to be an all-day trip. We'll leave at 7 a.m. and we'll return around 5 p.m. And we will hope that you will join us. So that's Tuesday, March 14th. Make sure to sign up on Touchtown. And then on Thursday, March 16th, we have a tour of City Hall scheduled, of Holland City Hall. So Mayor Box will be leading us on this tour. If you've never been through City Hall, or if it's been a while, this is going to be a pretty cool one. So that's going to be at 2:45. The bus will leave on Thursday, March 16th. And that should be pretty exciting. Then Thursday night, we have Peter Bergen in the auditorium, and Peter Bergen has joined us here twice before, I believe. He's a wonderful pianist. He plays ragtime music. Previously, he's been in the atrium for just a short program, but we will have him in the auditorium for a full hour, and he'll play all of his wonderful piano music. And it will also be our March birthday party. So there will be cupcakes and singing of happy birthday as well. So that is this following Thursday, March 16th. And Friday, March 17th, is St. Patrick's Day. So we've got a couple of fun things for St. Patrick's Day. We are going to start your afternoon with a travelogue at 1:30 p.m. in the auditorium. Your fellow resident, Jean Sealer Gifford, will be giving us a travelogue of Ireland and her trip. She went in 2017. She spent 10 days traveling through Ireland. So she will have a travelogue that is filled with photos and history and all of her experiences, but a lot of the history, and we couldn't think of a better day to do that than St. Patrick's Day. So that will be at 1:30 in the auditorium. And then right after 3 o'clock, we've got a St. Patrick's Day social hosted by Marketing and Activities in the atrium. So we'll have a big old St. Patrick's Day party. We'll have lots of green and festive food. Make sure to wear your green all day long. We will have lots of good snacks and drinks and entertainment. We will also have a best dressed competition, so wear your best green or your tartan plaid, so your Irish plaid or green, to be entered into our best dressed competition. If you've got a kilt, now's the time to break it out. So that will be in the atrium on Friday, March 17 at 3 o'clock. And whew, that is a lot of news. We've got a lot going on. We're excited for the next couple of weeks. We're going to be busy. Anything that sign up, make sure you sign up on Touchtown on our new online system. And we will see you then. See you there. Well, Gwen, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the Monday morning show. We are so excited to have you and to get to learn a little bit more about you.
Well, thank you.
Yes, and you are probably someone that's a little bit more forward-facing. Residents see you more often, so they know you, they recognize you, you've been around.
I hope so.
But if you would start by telling me and our viewers who you are and what you do here at Freedom Village.
All right, I think most people know that I'm Gwen Bartles and that I'm Russ's assistant.
Yes, you are the executive assistant.
My
Yes.
title is executive assistant, but I do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah, you do all kinds of stuff. And how long have you been here in this position?
I have been here a long time.
Well, you were part of the opening team.
Before we opened, actually,
Yes.
because my first job was at the Model Center.
Wow.
So
and that
was over a year before
for people who
we
aren't familiar
opened.
with the Model Center. What is the Model Center?
The Model Center is now a duplex
Okay.
on 4th Street down at the end by Window on the Waterfront.
Mm-hmm.
So it used to be considered one building, but we actually had 2 sample apartments in there.
Okay.
So we could show people what an apartment in the big building, which didn't exist except on a piece of paper, what it would look like, so that they could kind of get a feel what a kitchen or the bedroom or the size of the rooms were like.
Okay.
So that was why they built the Model Center the way they did. It was kind of like 2 different kinds of apartments.
Sure. That makes sense.
And then when we opened this building, we didn't really need a model anymore because we could show real apartments.
The real apartments, yeah.
And so we decided to keep it and make it into a duplex.
Cool. And now there are people that live out there currently.
Right.
So you were here for over a year before the building was opened?
Well, there were still old houses that were going to be raised on this property.
Wow.
When I started working here.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
And the big Baker Furniture Factory was it was between 7th Street and 6th Street.
Okay.
The whole length of our, parking lot or property was all Baker.
Oh my gosh.
I've got a picture by my office of an aerial view. It's really interesting.
Oh, that's wild.
People can't believe it.
Yeah. I can't believe it. So you've
I'm going to have to show you the picture.
I'll have to see the picture. I'll have to go look at it. So you've seen just a couple of changes here in your time then.
Yes,
yeah, just a few, 1 or 2.
Yep.
What would you say would be the most rewarding part of your job in all these years?
In all these years? I think it's just working with and getting to know a variety of people, all through the years. There's not anybody, or I should say there's very, very few people that have been through our doors and lived here that when you say their name, I can't, there's a face that comes to my mind.
Oh, that's so cool. All those relationships and memories and people that you've gotten to know. That's really awesome.
Tons of them.
That's we hear that over and over again, and that's really why people work here and why they stay here is because of the people. We love our residents. We love our people.
We
It's
do,
great.
indeed.
Ah. Do you have any favorite memories that stand out? Do you have like one specifically?
You know what? You told me that you were going to ask me that. And
It's a hard one.
I have a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You have one?
There's a lot in my file drawers.
Well, yeah.
But I still have to say that my favorite memory would be opening day,
Okay.
because we had been working and you know, spending hours and doing all these things, and then opening day, all of a sudden it came from being like a dream or this is a project. It became, as soon as those first people moved in that first day, all of a sudden it changed. It's like, this is a home.
Yeah. It was like
They're gonna be living here and you're gonna be working here. You know, it's
Yeah.
just all of a sudden like the whole
everything became real.
aura of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
really cool. I can't imagine like that first day. I'm sure it was a big event, a big fanfare, right? And
Oh,
it
yes.
just after
And
all
of a
that
sudden,
work.
all these things that you've been putting in place, you're using them. You know,
Like,
like at
oh,
the
this is
front
why we
desk,
needed
all of a
this.
sudden it's like, we need this, we need this, we need.
Oh, how fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be, I can see why that would be a favorite memory. That's really cool. I love that.
It's huge.
Yeah. Ah. Now, to move on to some more about you versus about your job,
All right.
would you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
I think you know that
I'm
answer.
pretty sure I know this answer.
I am an introvert. I am an introvert.
I am too,
In fact,
yeah.
On my report cards when I was young, teachers would write that. She's shy. She's too quiet.
I was
One
the
teacher
same
wrote,
way.
"I know she always knows the answer, but she'll never raise her hand." You know,
I
one
did
of
the
those
same
kind of
thing. I
things.
just wanted to hide, you know?
I know.
I get it. So,
Okay.
introvert, it's all right. We're going to be okay. It's just you and
the
me.
world needs them.
Yeah, we have to have them. In your life, have there been any trips you've been on that were the best? What was your most favorite vacation or traveling endeavor?
There were a couple that stood out, but if you say the best, if I have to zero in on one, I have to say that going to Israel with Ray Vanderlaan that's been a highlight.
Yeah, that was the.
Oh yes.
That's really cool.
Yep.
Oh.
He's a tremendous teacher. In the group that we were with, we had so much fun and just made so many memories. Our trip actually had gotten postponed because of, it was like airplanes that had been bombed. I can't remember which one it was,
Sure.
but it was at one over Scotland, I think, where they had, where they blew up the air.
Yeah.
Anyway, there
something.
were some
travel
tragedies.
issues, yes.
Anyway, so they had postponed our trip, and then we ended up going at the end of a school year.
Okay.
And they teamed up this adult group with the school group
Oh, how
from
cool.
Holland Christian. So it was like maybe half adults and half students.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And in fact, it may have been even a little different proportion, but what they did is they paired up the adults with students, and so we became a family. So John and I had 3 girl students,
Yeah.
you know,
that
that
were
were
like,
part of our family.
oh, how cool.
And we still keep in touch with them.
Really? How long ago was this trip?
That first trip was in '98.
Okay. Wow, that is so cool.
So it turned out to be just extra special, I think,
Yeah.
because of that. But he's such a tremendous teacher, and he makes the Bible come alive.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
start reading it and you picture what you saw.
it's a
you
whole
know,
different meaning.
it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, that's
It
so
is.
cool. Oh, that's a great answer. I love that. And my next question is a real silly one. This is a very different.
All right, what is
It is, if you were one of the 7 dwarfs, who are Doc, Sleepy, Dopey, Grumpy, Happy, Bashful, and Sneezy, which one would you be and why?
I could probably be any one of those at a various
On any given day.
time in my life. But first, I would say bashful.
Sure.
I don't know.
That goes with
But
being like
then-
an introvert and shy,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think
Yeah.
so. But I think happy fits also.
Yeah. I could see
Yeah.
that for you.
I try to look at the positive side of things.
That's all you can do.
Try to,
Yeah.
smile, have a good outlook on life.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. And then my next question is, what is something about you that our viewers would be surprised to know?
Surprised to know? I don't know.
Or something they might not know about you?
I don't know. I'm not a morning person. Is that a surprise?
That is sort of a surprise. Yeah.
I don't just wake up and boing, I'm ready to go. I'm just not
It takes
that
a
kind of
little
person.
time
Yeah.
to become the happy persona that you
Yeah.
are. Need a cup of coffee or 2 or 3.
Yeah, by the time I get here, I'm happy.
Good to go. Not a morning person, so don't call Gwen first thing in the morning. That's.
No, you might not get the answer you want.
Are you more of a night owl then? Do you like to stay up late?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Yep,
Yeah.
I can get involved in something and just keep going.
Okay. See, I'm the opposite. I'd rather get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and be in bed by 8 o'clock. I love going to bed early, but I hate staying up late. It's very strange.
I used to write my best papers.
At 2 a.m.?
Well, maybe not 2 a.m., but at like 9 or 10 or 11, whatever.
I would much rather be
stay
asleep
up late
then.
and study and
We're the opposite.
in that regard.
Yeah. All right, so Gwen is not a morning person. Now we know. And, this is kind of a fun one. Have you ever asked anyone for their autograph?
Oh, yes.
You have?
Oh,
Lots of people?
All kinds of people. Yeah.
Like lots of
Yeah.
famous people, or?
Well, not so famous, but maybe like hopefully famous.
Oh.
We like to go to the Whitecaps games.
Oh, sure.
And so those are all young men
Mm-hmm.
with the aspiration of being, they are professional athletes now.
True,
in
but
their
they-
own regard. But, they're all aspiring to be on the big team.
Yeah.
And it's, we've had the privilege of being invited to some events where you get to know them.
Oh,
You
that's
know, where
really
they'll
cool.
have like a player get to know. And so that's when I ask for autographs.
Oh, cool. So you have lots of, have any of them like become big baseball players? Some of them. That's cool. Oh, that's really
Brandon
cool.
Inge is my favorite. I have
Ah.
one of his signed baseballs.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so
But
cool.
He went on to the majors.
That's
and,
really awesome.
He's still a really, really neat guy, very involved in sports and very involved with young people. He's got his own like athletic association where
cool.
he's, working with kids and
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's
he's
really cool.
Really neat guy. Just
And you got to know him.
Solid and generous and
Cool. Oh, that's awesome.
so
I would
neat.
never have guessed that about you. That's a surprise to me.
maybe I should have answered that. For
That-
the
that
surprise
could have
one.
been.
What do people not know about me?
Oh. And then I think my last question for you is, in your opinion, what would be your best or perfect sandwich?
My favorite is meatloaf.
Meatloaf?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what do you put on top of your meatloaf?
Let's see, wheat bread,
Okay.
and then I just like it with a little bit of my friend's sweet pickle relish,
Oh.
and then a little ketchup.
So it's a meatloaf sandwich.
It's a meatloaf sandwich.
I've never in my life had a meatloaf sandwich.
You don't know what you're missing.
I must not. Do you toast the bread for a meatloaf sandwich?
Not
Or is it
not
just
usually?
okay? Huh, and relish and ketchup. Okay.
Mhm.
I love that. Is there anything that goes with it on the side?
Potato chips.
Potato chips, like extra crunchy.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Potato
sounds
chips
pretty
are
good.
with it.
Oh, I love it. Well, Gwen, thank you so much for being on the Monday Morning Show. I'm sure our viewers appreciated getting to know a little more about you, as did I. And everyone be sure to go visit Gwen on the third floor,
Third floor.
in the administration office, business
All right.
office. Yeah.
Business office.
Thank you.
Whatever. You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Yay. It's Monday morning, and you know what that means. It's time for nonsense. Nonsense with Noah. Let's hit the halls. Question is, would you choose a window seat or an aisle seat on an airplane?
Definitely a window.
Window seat. Thank you. Our question is, would you choose a window seat or an aisle seat on an airplane?
I like the aisle seat.
Aisle seat? Perfect. Thank you. My question is very easy. It is, would you choose a window seat or an aisle seat on an airplane?
Window.
Window seat? Perfect. Jan, would you choose a window seat or an aisle seat on an airplane?
A window seat with the middle seat empty.
Ooh, you'd want, not a whole row though. It's okay if someone's in the aisle seat?
Yes,
Okay.
but the middle seat empty with the window seat, yeah.
Perfect. Then choose a window seat or an aisle seat on an airplane.
Window.
Perfect. Thank you. My question this week is, would you choose a window seat or an aisle seat on an airplane?
The middle seat.
You would choose the middle seat?
Sure, I can have a girl on each side of me then.
Ah! What would you choose?
Window seat.
Window seat? Perfect.
Extra leg room.
For the aisle? Yeah, I would choose the aisle too. Would you choose a window seat or an aisle seat on a plane?
Window.
Window seat.
Window.
Window? Perfect. A seat or an aisle seat on a plane?
I would go on a plane, the last one crashed.
All right. Question for you. So my question today is window seat or aisle seat on a plane? On a plane, yes.
Window.
Window seat, window.
Window.
It depends on how far I'm going.
How short does it have to be to choose a window?
I think a window would be for the longer
Oh,
one,
window
so
for the longer flight?
I could look out at the clouds.
Ah, yes. I was thinking you might want a aisle for a longer flight so you have it's easier to get up
Well, that's true.
with that.
I'm
If you
not-
have a
I'm
nice
not-
partner next to you, you're
I'm
fine.
Then it's
That
fine
is
either
true.
way.
That is very
I'm
true.
not a
Yes.
frequent goer.
Fair enough.
I would be that
I
nice
thought you might
partner.
say parachute.
And have been many times.
I guess I would choose, if I were alone, I'd probably choose an aisle seat.
An aisle seat? Perfect. I like that. Would you choose a window seat or an aisle seat on an airplane?
I'm an aisle kind of gal because I want to get out of the plane as soon as possible.
Oh, thank you.